Ladies and gentlemen, oh wow, we're actually online. I'd like to thank Cox Cable. This episode is sponsored by their internet, the pipe of which is roughly, about this thick, coming into the studio here at Myth Brigade Central. But we are live on the internet. Byron, are you with us?
I believe so.
Okay, cool. I'm going to crank up your volume a little bit because you're kind of quiet.
Well, I was just mumbling.
Oh, you're just mumbling? Cool. Like
Byron's
a mumble rapper.
He does that all the time.
So
I can't hear you.
I do.
Yeah, so we had some fun internet shit going on. I think that's resolved for the moment. And that's good. And now, we are here live on Myth Brigade. We missed a week. And as Ogre for Hire is pointing out, we missed a couple games along the way. I apologize. That's on me. And the weather and diarrhea. So with no further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Byron. Byron, take us.
All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of... what game we playing? Oh, Pendragon. Yeah, that's right. But anyway, I've been playing so many different games lately that it's hard to keep my head straight. But anyway, another episode of our Pendragon game. Stands Marcus today, but we are going to soldier on anyway, and hopefully he's all right. But anyway, so without further ado, we're just going to get down to business. Because we're only going to be here for a short time. Get a hard stop at 11 tonight.
We have a hard stop at 11 something.
Yeah, 11 something. Yeah. I mean, it's like 11.
Dude, we're starting late. I'm not going to be that guy. I do need to wrap up at like 10 after or something. But
yeah, not a problem. I'm on my new get up at 6 a.m. episode, so
that's gross.
That's all fine with me. It is gross. It's both gross and nice. So, all right. So when we last left off. Sir Darren, Sir Ulo, and Sir Bjorn were riding back from the area to the west of the Rothstock Forest into back to what is the name of the city? Anybody remember?
No.
Ten Glory, if anybody remembers. No? All right.
Jerk.
Anyway, nonetheless. But yeah, coming back to that city. Whatever city that is. So, let's see. I probably have it right here. Get my note. Lindsay. That's where you're at. The county of Lindsay.
All right.
The The duchies, actually.
Totally
and Marcus, Sir Marcus, and Sir Beardsley had just shortly, a little short time ago, discovered this idol. With these glowing eyes. And that's happening right about the same time. This is Sir Darren, Sir Ulo, and Sir Bjorn are really not that far from the actual castle itself. Probably no more than, I would say, 300 yards or so from the actual castle, riding on the road where there was some sort of puddle or something that was strewn across the road. It looked like one of the ditches along the side is full of water. It had been raining last evening quite a bit, but this is abnormal for this area to be flooded on the road itself. I don't remember. I think it was Sir Ulo. Or was it your horse that reared up, or was it Bjorn's?
It was Bjorn's. I had rode past.
You had rode past.
Yeah, I can barely ride my horse, so.
All right.
Bjorn was carrying his horse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think. Did you already make? I'm pretty sure you already made a horsemanship check to avoid. Yeah, you failed. You fell to the ground. But you were not prone. You managed to gracefully fall from your horse.
Did I do the dismount with that blade pose? That
yeah. It was more like the Scarlett Johansson superhero pose. And you kind of flung your hair back as you
I was hoping more for the greatest American hero pose.
Are we really doing this?
Yeah. Sorry.
All right.
That's good. Scarlett Johansson. It's good. That's nice.
All right. So as this thing kind of coalesces and comes together from this pile of like mossy water that has run out of the drainage onto the road. It is probably about 8 foot tall. Its arms are very cylindrical, just a mash of twigs and moss and so forth. Its eyes look to be these glowing green crystals. Branches sticking out of it and so forth at random intervals. And so, Bjorn, you're kind of face to face with this thing. What do you do?
I don't know how to curse in Danish, but it sounds like that'll be going on. What is this?
I'm sorry?
What time of day is this?
This is morning, because you guys came back in the morning, didn't you not?
No, I believe it's night.
It's
I
night?
thought we were going
I
back.
believe it's night because they sent their squires to come get us because they were getting into some weird shit.
Right. Yeah. So this is probably, I'm gonna say about a quarter till midnight. You're muted.
And so it goes.
This is
They were
like a
doing great.
fucking. This is like my entire day at work.
It's a fever dream.
It's like you're muted. No, you're stop fucking talking because you're muted. We don't understand you. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna. Stop.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I don't deserve that, but that's okay.
I do feel like you're getting a little bit of the Cox cable rap right there.
Yeah, I didn't do this to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Show me on the speed test.
Well, show me where they hurt. Show me where they hurt you.
touched you.
Yeah.
I would say Bjorn probably has had the wind knocked out of him briefly. I don't think he'd be that heroic, having just had his horse kicked out from under him. So I'd imagine I'd probably at a loss of something to do immediately.
Okay. So just kind of pause and stare at this thing as you're not used to looking up.
Yeah, no, that's uncomfortable. My neck hurts already. So
Okay. Not a problem. Garen and Ulo.
You want to go ahead, sir?
Go ahead.
I'll immediately send the squires forward, since we're not super far from the castle.
Okay.
Send them forward to tell them we're being attacked by this thing.
Fetch Beardsley and Marcus.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so I'll turn my pony around and kind of slide half off the saddle and ride by with my sword to attack.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So you are going to normally you would get a bonus for height for mounted combat, but this thing is large enough that it's you're not gonna get that.
So you want me to roll pony defense roll first?
Yeah.
No, I have pony defense, not horsemanship.
We're coming from behind this thing.
Mhm.
So it doesn't seem to be very quick, despite the fact that it coalesced relatively quickly.
Does this thing look angry?
It's hard to tell. It does not look friendly whatsoever. Yeah.
Popping up in the middle of the road doesn't seem very friendly to me. So
Being that Sir Garen is a very good judge of character, this thing's not very nice.
I got a 15 under 16 of my pony defense.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
I will-
So you do manage to get really close to it without putting yourself in danger with your pony defense.
And then I got a 12 under 15 with my sword.
Okay. So you make this splash as it hacks into it like you're hacking at a very tough bush, and also like you're stabbing into like moss. It just doesn't seem to. Your power of coming by on the horse definitely adds to it.
And I got 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Okay.
That's I only do 3d6.
Great. Okay. So yeah, 13 points to it.
And then I'll kind of
As-
continue to ride, so I'm not directly in harm's way.
Right. This thing doesn't make a swath at you or anything like that. Garen, you see Beardsley, or I'm sorry, you see
I was like,
Bjorn.
no, you don't.
You
you
see
don't.
Bjorn kind of standing in awe, looking up at this thing, and he hasn't yet to draw any weapons or
Yeah.
so forth. And
So I would
Ulo
come-
comes by.
I'd come running or riding up, probably on the opposite side of where Ulo attacked, and maybe in between Bjorn and the creature, with shield and sword in hand, and
Okay.
try to take a good cut out of it.
All right. You're staying mounted.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
What do you need from me?
So you're a little taller than Ulo, with the fact that you have a war horse, and with also the fact that you are, much taller. And well, I guess you're almost a foot taller, or whatever, 10 inches or so. So you're gonna get a bonus of 1d6 for higher ground.
Like
As you-
if I hit or
Yeah, for when you do damage, you'll get some extra because you're hacking down at it, hitting it kind of in its shoulder. By the time you put yourself on your horse, your body, and then hacking down, you're going to be hacking at its shoulder.
unfortunately, I will miss.
Okay. Yeah, you swing at it. So the sword kind of hacks into some twigs and the edge of it. And, you're doing some really good topiary kind of like trimming, but
Weed
nothing,
whacking.
yeah, nothing that seems to do anything.
It's Garen Scissorhands.
Garen Scissorhands. All right. Awesome. Okay. So Bjorn, this thing rears itself up and kind of slams its fist down directly next to you into the muddy water that is the road. You're not sure if it was swinging at you, Garen, but it apparently did not do any successful swinging. Mud splashes up from the road onto Bjorn's shield and somewhat like on your face, Bjorn. And at first you have you just think it's mud or so forth. And then you put your hand up, and as you pull your hand away, you notice it's blood. And you kind of step back to that vision that you had of where you put your hand up and you pulled it away.
That snaps me out of whatever reverie and whatever silence that I had going on, whatever shock I had at the sudden attack, and Garen's between me and
I rode between you. I'm not
the overall
I didn't
mass.
stop.
Yeah, he didn't stay there. He just kind of rode through and to kind of.
All right. Well, there goes me doing that. I was all excited about jumping off your horse.
I'm
You
glad I
had to
got
jump
riding.
onto your horse.
Your horse can't hold you, let alone his.
Right. That horse will be like Murph. That's the Deadlands game here. He'll be like walking off.
Don't take that horse's name in vain.
Is
Do it.
I'm allowed.
Is my horse injured? I don't remember what we said about that.
No, your horse is not injured. It may have possibly sprained its leg. It's more terrified than anything else as it has fallen to the ground. It's stumbling up and making its way off of the road and into like the small grassy areas that are on the side of the road.
I draw my Danish axe and I go charging into the middle of this thing and just start hacking at it.
Okay.
Oh, second character time.
It's fine.
No, it's not.
It's made of mud.
It's 1:45. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's probably fine.
It's probably fine.
I got a 16.
Okay. What's your number? Like, what's your to hit?
I don't remember that. How do I do that?
It's next to your axe.
That's your sword skill or your axe skill.
Oh. That's one above my sword. So.
Okay, yeah. So it's you hack at it, and again, this thing is just too large, and where you think anatomically you'd be able to strike it relatively easy. It seems to be, you're hacking at branches that are protruding from it, not hitting any substance with it at all. Ula?
So I just rode by and attacked. I'm going to get off my horse and put my sword away as I do. And I'm going to draw my bow and kind of like aim for its eye, kind of like try to blind it or distract it from hitting.
Okay. So I picture that, as the horse rides by, it kind of leaps over the rear side of Bjorn's horse and kind of hooks around in a maneuver that most, English or British horses probably could not do, and you dismount very easily and gracefully from your side mount position and draw your bow.
Got an 11 under 19.
Okay. So that's gonna pierce into its face, but it is not gonna hit its eye. Where you think possibly its eyes are, again, the branches and stuff that are kind of there, kind of deflect the arrow away from its eye, but you do damage.
3d6 plus 8. 20 points.
Woo! 20 points. Woo!
Holy shit.
That's a juicy arrow. They're saying D&D, folks.
Yeah.
No D6 plus 1 here.
That's awesome.
All right.
You're about to make Matt Mercer mad at you. You better be careful.
I'm not afraid.
Super mad.
I'm not afraid. All right. So that's gonna peel us back around to Garen.
Yeah, I'm pissed now, so I'm gonna pull the horse around and make a return move. Same intent, but this time I'm gonna invoke honor before I take the swing.
Nice.
Smart.
I missed on that. I got an 18 on a 17.
Oh,
Dope.
Oh, okay, man. So what I think here is you try to invoke your honor, but you realize there's no honor striking the thing from the back. You think that the only honorable way to fight this thing is like mano a mano. Like you find yourself wanting to dismount and get in front of this thing and face it. And face it. So,
Good.
Due to your high, you have a relatively high valorous. You're at 15, so I think that missing by 1 isn't really going to be that big of a problem for you. It's not going to invoke.
I was going to say I'm not going to wreck my psyche over.
Yeah, it's not going to wreck your psyche or whatever. But I think that you're going to swear off these, these cowardly attacks by swinging at it.
But night I fight off of horseback, but
Yeah,
I'll drop down and come down.
Well, I'll let you stay on horse, but you're definitely you're gonna want to fight it like head to head.
Okay.
How about that? We'll make a compromise of the story then.
Sounds good. So now do I roll? Do I roll to see if I hit, or do I lose out on my turn?
Yeah. So you just kind of you were gonna swing as you rode by, and you realized that no, just a frontal attack right here, it would be the better.
I'm off my horse or on my horse?
No, you could be either one. Your choice.
I will stay on my horse. So that's 12, 11, 13, 14.
Nice. So 14 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. It hacks at it really well. You realize that this frontal shot was actually more efficient.
It's time to party.
Yeah, more efficient in your swing. So it considers for a moment, and it makes a swing to kind of try a grabbing swing, almost like a slam more than a grab, and it swings at you, Sir Garen.
Okay.
It was successful in a strike. So.
Rolls a lot of dice.
19 points
Oh!
as the thing slammed you.
Don't forget
and
to take off your armor, Tim.
Yeah. And so your armor is 10, I believe.
Yeah, it's 10 plus 6 with my shield. So
your shield is the way your shield works is if an opponent, if you fail and your opponent gets a partial success, then your shield adds 6 more points of damage, 6 more points of
so it's 9 points of
protection.
damage is what you're telling me?
So 9 points. The shield is ineffective or something. Actually did some prep and read some of the combat.
I think Byron needs to get more sleep rolling damage like
Right?
that, though. If I'm being honest,
Hardcore. It could have been more brutal. It could have been. But yeah, so it slams into you, and if it had done at least 10 points, which it only did 9, because of your armor absorbs a lot of the force, and you're being used to fighting from horseback. You're able to absorb some of the energy of the blow with your horse and your horsemanship. So you are not knocked to the ground or knocked from your horse.
Yeah.
So Bjorn.
I see what happens to Sir Garen, and I invoke loyalty to my lord.
Okay.
I'd say family, but I don't like him that much. So
You can go with honor.
Good.
I mean, I'll go with honor because I don't want Garen taking too much of this because I want some too. I got a 13, and my number's 13. So
That's a critical.
It's like
That's
a good
critical success. Yeah.
That's
If
a
you
great
score your
attack.
number exactly, that's a critical success.
This moment is when the term Danish pastry was invented, ladies and gentlemen.
You're so loyal.
I do love pastries.
And none of us speak Danish, so you can just make up Danish curse words and we'll go with it.
I'm not getting canceled.
Yeah,
I believe donut is a Danish curse word, isn't it?
Maybe.
Other pastries.
I think Swedish is a Danish curse word. Anyway,
Could be.
that's funny. Okay, so I roar and I smack my axe on my chest,
Okay.
thinking about the glory this is going to bring me.
Yeah, so that's a plus 10 to your roll.
Oh, that's good. I rolled garbage last time. I can't help but hit this, I guess.
Yeah.
So I run, and I still want to Is Garen's horse there? I don't know why I want to jump off your damn horse. So
No.
No.
He's like, no.
you didn't just roll a critical, so it's the horse is totally there.
He does like a one-handed like a horse vault.
Yeah, well, no, I wanted to like hop on the back of it and just do one of those jumps. Did you see?
Well, he's on the back of it. Like, he can't.
He'll be fine. Okay, fine. Okay. All right.
But his horse is not designed for two large beings.
It's not going to be there for long.
You could hit the Mudman, or you could knock my horse down. It's your choice.
Your choice.
I invoke honor to knock your horse down.
There. Perfect.
So I run around. I just go charging into the mud thing, and as I'm running, I grab a. Since we were riding at night, we have torches everywhere, right? Or we had torches when we were riding, or were we just going and?
No, you're just riding.
Man.
You're just riding using the moonlight.
All right, never mind. I can't use fire, so I'm just gonna go charge again with my axe again.
Split this thing like you did that's pick guy.
Yeah.
Well, you are pretty within a short distance of the castle. I would say there might be posts with some torches or something lit.
All right.
Or something, perhaps.
Hmm.
Why don't you give me let me see. I don't think there's necessarily luck in this
Sure.
in this game. So why don't you just give me a D20 roll? We'll say a 10 or less. Then there'll be a 12.
I got a 12. I don't get a torch.
No, there is a torch at a post, but it is unlit.
Bjorn,
They were not
use your
expecting
axe.
riders today.
This isn't a kiln. We're not going to dry this thing out.
It's made of fire. It's made of wood. Anyway, I don't understand how physics
It's
works.
made of mud.
And sticks. Okay, fine. Fine. I just go charge again, and I jump, and I try to hit him with my axe. Some approximation of the head thing, wherever the red jewelry things are.
Okay. Yeah.
So, what do? I just roll? And see?
Roll D20.
I mean, I can't get above a.
What is your? Okay. So your number with the plus 10 would go to 25.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means that a 20 or above is a. Let's see here.
Be 15 or above.
Yeah, 15 or above then would be a critical.
I got a 17.
That's a crit.
Okay. So I hit really hard.
Yeah.
All right. So I just
So you
roll.
roll damage twice.
Ouch.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
yeah.
All right.
The person you want to hit you with a critical.
My damage is 66. So
Yes, that's 12d6.
Turns out the word
head.
fuck is actually Danish. In the
Really?
yeah. Yeah. Good call. So just say that over and over again, Steve. It's fine.
I got 22 for
22?
my first set of 66.
Okay.
And do I just double that or what? Do I just roll again?
I mean, technically, you're supposed to roll again, but you can double that if you're satisfied.
6, 3, 2, it's 11, 17, 18. Oh, sorry, 17, 19, 23, and 29.
Nice. So 22, 29 is going to
Yes,
be
sir.
41?
51?
51. I can almost add.
51.
All right.
That's awesome.
So you hack at this thing and you cut into its face just below its eye. It kind of cuts like across its face and leaves it almost like it would have no jaw if it was still there. Cuts down into its neck and cuts pretty much the left side of this thing completely off as it clumps into the mud, and the tree and the branches and moss and mud just kind of soaks into the underbrush and the whatever it is there that's all over the road, the pile of detritus from the flooding. Right about this time is when the squire comes running in, Beardsley, and says, Sir Beardsley, Ulo has sent us to fetch you.
So
you
hi.
must come right away.
So firstly, it doesn't knock him down, but it's a quick whoosh. Calm down. Don't speak so quickly. Let's rewind though, because so Sir Marcus and I were in a room when I had to bolt for a phone call, but we were in a room and we found like some stuff under a bed. Is that where this dude?
Yeah, he comes in. Yeah, like you guys are just still talking about like this thing that you found.
Okay, so then he gets a shove in the chest because he's interrupting us, to the point where he hits. I'm like, what? Silence, boy. Do you see this? And I'm holding up it was like an effigy of some kind, right?
Yeah. It's like he's like that thing. It's on the road. They're facing it right now.
This?
Yes, it's huge. Ulo wanted us to fetch you immediately.
I put it on, and so Sir Marcus is not here. You're going to have to trust me. And I drop it under my boot and just crunch the shit out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So, what are you thinking about, like when you crunch this thing?
So, first of all, this place is bewitched. I can't say it. I can't say witched with a lisp. Bewitched. It's this place is bewitched. That's what it is. This is yes, and I'm assuming that he's this profane magic has bound this spirit to whatever he's talking about, and I was wondering what the purpose of it was, and I'm gonna smash it. I want to send it back to wherever hellish place it came from.
Okay.
Hopefully it doesn't appear in front of me right now.
It's actually summoning once you crunch it.
Because James isn't here to take care of business. I gotta.
Okay, so yeah, why don't you give me give me a strength check, I guess.
Oh, come on now, really? Like
crunch it out of your boot.
Strength check?
Roll.
Yeah.
All right.
Roll for
It's actually made of diamond.
Holy
Your
shit!
leg
Okay,
breaks.
so 10 of 11.
Okay. Yeah, so you rear up and you smash this thing, and it just kind of breaks, and its center is like gooey and like muddy, and it like the mud leaks out of the inside of it and kind of onto the floor, making some sort of black brownish sludge smear on the ground.
I start to pray. I'm going to kneel there and I'm going to pray. And I'm not particularly religious, but whatever it is this fantastic prayer. I swear, it's the best you've ever heard. It's the best prayer ever.
All right. Yeah. So you're praying, and the squire's just like he prayed for his life. So
I look over my shoulder, and I'm just like, pray, boy. Are you daft? Pray that the Lord saves us from this horrible witchery.
He will pray. That's exactly what he.
And I
will
know
do.
I know Marcus would too. I'll speak for him because
Yeah.
he's a pious person, unlike the heathens that just had to face.
Yeah,
this.
actually, Marcus is extremely religious.
Yeah.
So he would definitely. I would say kind of like the three of you together would probably chant this protectionary religious chant.
Yeah.
That probably one that's taught to in your knighthood.
In Latin.
In Latin, yeah, in Latin, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
And so forth. So you do that, and we'll kind of rewind back to the events that are taking place at the puddle, or whatever you want to call it. And Bjorn, this
Puddle
thing,
is the name of the episode.
despite the fact that you have hacked a large portion of it, it kind of reaches down with its foot, and it just kind of touches this muddy embankment, that is part of it, and you see like some of the trees and limbs and stuff kind of regrowing into it as it seems to be absorbing some sort of power to this to itself, and it rears back and almost with just a single-handed strike, and it swings down at you, and just as it is about to hit you, it just kind of like crumbles into twigs, and the shard of like limbs and trees, like someone dumped like landscaping clippings all over you, and mud drips down your shield, and it's gone.
Well, obviously, my character is going to be extremely stoked that he killed this thing so hard that it tried to hit him and then died immediately. So Bjorn is just stomping around, thumping his chest and yelling and like poking it with his axe and like throwing hay off himself and mud and everything.
Okay. You do, as you're poking around with your axe, you do like hit those green gems, or they seem to be some sort of not a precious stone, but maybe some sort of colored crystal.
I picked them up and put them in my pocket.
Okay.
Spoils to the victor, man. I mean,
yeah. All right. So that happens. You guys, at this point, what do? You stay here and wait for Marcus and Beardsley, or do you?
No. We're gonna head back. I well done, Bjorn. Well done, Ulo. We give proper thanks and congratulations to the crew. I've probably got some huge bruise across my midsection, and it hurts like hell. But I will show no sign that I've taken a good thumping.
Nice.
I'll look up to Garen and look at his bruise or Adam, and I just sort of hand him one of the little jewel things. Like, here you go. Good job.
I don't want it.
It's like, I don't want your shit.
Thank you.
You should take it with your ring hand.
Take it with your corrupt hand.
Take it with your
It's like
strong hand.
It's like a scary movie. This.
I'll take this hand.
Take my strong hand.
Can I do some sort of check to determine what kind of semi-precious stone it is?
I mean, I'm not sure what that would be. You have geology?
Well, that's not a skill.
I know.
That's a science.
So you don't have geology.
Yeah, there are no mental stats in Pendragon.
I mean, we're dealing with a lot of jocks here, so I'm not thinking there's a lot of geologists. There's recognize maybe.
I don't care.
I recognize it's like heraldry. I was thinking maybe like hunting.
That's like recognize a person?
I would say you could probably have Boyd look at him.
Yeah, I just want to have someone
some sort of an academic.
Ooh, put it on the hilt.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I want.
Yeah.
But anyway, I shrug when Garen refuses it, and I underhand.
No, I would.
Over to Ulo.
I wouldn't dishonor. I wouldn't dishonor you that way. Say thank you and take it.
All right.
And then he'll throw it on the ground.
I just watched him hack the mud monster in two. I'm good. I do suggest we mount up and head back to Lindsay and.
Okay.
Dude, Ogre for Hire is making it rain with the bits. So
love it.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you,
man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give one. Yeah.
Damn sure better. I even know what a bit is. I do.
It's basically a cent.
Dude. Alms for the poor.
Okay. So you guys mount up and make your way to the castle. There are, your squires are there to kind of field your horses and put them away and so forth, leaving you to the nightly work. Beardsley, do you head towards the door at any point?
So I'm thinking, coming back to the scene that I think I left, we're sort of praying. What's going on? So you said this mud stuff comes out. It's like a weird, runny, muddy blood stuff.
Yeah,
or
it's like a
whatever.
black smudge where you stopped it with your boot.
Okay. Nothing's happening. There's nothing. There's no smoke coming out. There's no. So I think I'd look at Sir Marcus and sort of, I don't know, anticipating what James would be up. We should explain to was it the Duchess or something? I forget what her specific title was. Yeah. So we should explain that we found this effigy and we smashed it. We should call the priest to do a cleansing immediately. I would go find the Duchess, I think. Yeah, I would go for the door.
So the Duchess is asleep. They're not going to let you disrupt her.
Is that right?
I mean, this is another lord's house.
Yeah. So as I
you might,
as I walk, this squire's there, right? And I pushed him against the wall, and most immediately I explain that you nearly walked into a situation where you could have been cursed by that effigy. What happened? Where are my brothers?
They were at the road battling whatever that effigy was, whatever it is.
Could you lead me back there?
It's the road. Yes, of course.
The road goes many directions, boy. Don't be coy with me, or I'll slap your teeth down your throat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Get on your horse and lead it to my brothers. Marcus, you stay here and wait until the Duchess awakes. Make sure that you greet her with tea and a smile. He's not here, right?
He's like, yes, obviously.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's like. Yeah. James is gonna
Marcus.
James and I do lunch on Wednesdays. He's gonna punch me in the face when he's like, psh, there it is. Yeah, I would I'd hop on my horse and haul ass that direction. Byron.
Yeah. No,
okay,
I
thought you froze. You were being so still while you were reading.
I don't froze. I apologize. The Ogre for Hire asked if that your lord has a higher ranking than the Duke or Duchess. He does not. He is an earl.
Like Earl.
He is.
Not like
he
the
is lower.
Not
he
like the Earl.
Lower.
Yeah, not like the Earls we have here in Florida.
But you were sent here on the business of Arthur, and Arthur definitely does rank higher, but he's not. No one has sworn allegiance to him yet. So, other than some,
yes, and candidly,
so he would not be required to follow Arthur's.
Yeah, I need to make sure.
That's why we're here, right? We're trying to get him to join the crew.
We're trying to get him to follow our.
Yeah, Thor says not as often as a jarl, right? He's not a jarl; he's an earl. I mean, kind of close, but no. All right. So you guys basically, as you guys are beginning to walk up the castle stairs to enter onto the official building, Beardsley and Ulo's squire come out the door heading to the stable for Beardsley horse. And so you meet on the stairs.
Yeah. So I see them and I kind of, are you well? I look them over. Are they wounded? Are they?
You can definitely see signs that Garen has been in some sort of combat situation.
Not a lot of signs.
No.
Just a big huge mud.
Yeah, you're dirty.
Bash across my mid section.
And Bjorn is kind of covered in some mud, and there might be some twigs and branches stuck in his hair.
And I'm very excited. I feel like I've done a great deed.
The boy tells me that there was a creature. Marcus and I found an effigy, as if some sort of witchery was being. It was under a bed. It was as if someone had cast a spell. We found it. Just as the boy came in, he pointed it and said you were fighting a creature that looked just like it. Is this so?
It was some mud creature. It sprung up in the middle of our party.
I've never seen anything like it.
So
It
this,
had these
Describe
green
this
crystals
effigy.
for eyes.
They look like this.
I do my best to describe it as like it's formless and I mean it had arms and legs, but it was this sort of amorphous shape. Like its face was smooth, but its eyes were like pits. And you know, I'm assuming it more or less follows the description, but made
Yeah,
out of
pretty
clay
close.
or something. So
Yeah.
when I smashed it, mud came from the center of it. And there's no way if it had been in there that the mud could still be wet. But it was. It ran like blood across the floor.
You've done a good thing, Beardsley, it would appear. The creature was starting to reform. It seems to have had other thoughts. I thought it was because of Bjorn's swift axe, but it seems like you destroying it may have saved us from further fighting.
No.
Nope, I killed it.
No.
God.
It was
You
was
may
the,
have killed his kid.
it was the will of God. It was the will of God, for nothing returns to this earth but the Son of God.
This little sigh as he
right.
starts talking about God again.
Yeah.
Right.
Just ask Marcus, he knows.
Like fucking kneelers.
I would point out though, Sir
In God
Garen,
we trust, except for when Bjorn has his axe. We'll take that.
We trust in
Nope.
God, but if Bjorn's got his back.
WWBD. Yeah, that's weird.
Sir Garen, I would like to point out that this witchcraft, this spell, this curse, whatever one would call it, was perpetrated by a knight that came visiting. I wonder if perhaps he is allied with the heathens that we fought not far from here. There was a witch among them.
Let's
She should
You
burn.
Had some
Agreed.
sort of vision when we were searching for the camp.
did you get any cooperation on this investigation from the lady?
we're staying in the middle of the stairs.
No, she retired for the evening. She was fairly resigned, but it's as if she's oblivious to anything. I didn't sense any malice, but we were just searching about and we found this beneath a bed. It was as if it was placed there to remain out of sight in the room that the visiting knight stayed in.
Have you checked on the princess since you smashed this effigy? Or do we have any idea if this had any effect on her?
I've not. I was more concerned
Either
with
of
making.
these roots have helped.
I was more concerned with making sure you're all right. We should check
You're a
on
good
her
man.
immediately. I smile and give you sort of the warrior's handshake and thinking to myself, you're damn right I am. Except for my speech impediment.
Okay. So what are you guys doing from here then? Are you going to retire for the evening and talk to the Duchess and stuff in the morning?
Yeah, we would want an audience with. I would think we'd want an audience with the big shots.
Oh, for basket.
Okay.
So yeah, we would want to eat, drink, celebrate our victory, and at some point I want to tend to my wounds. I've got first aid if I need it.
Yeah.
Help you
Yeah,
out
you
with some first aid.
definitely can do that right
I
now.
wouldn't do that until I retired to my room.
Okay.
I'd want to put on a good show.
Understood. Yeah, so you guys can there are some servants that can bring some refreshments and stuff from your riding, through the night and so forth. They show hospitality to you, of course.
I asked one of the. I'm sorry. I asked one of the staff if they can make sure that a blacksmith early on will come to my quarters because I have a job for him. So.
Yeah, they can fetch the blacksmith in the morning and bring them here.
Yeah. I just want to set that concierge bullshit. So.
Okay. Your squire could probably go and fetch him
Oh.
for you. That'd be a job for your squire.
But
So
he's
does Beard? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
That's okay. What was said? I'm sorry.
I thought Bjorn was talking, and now he's froze.
No, he's blinking.
No, he's letting you talk.
He's pondering. He's pining for the fjord.
Okay, he's froze on my screen.
Oh yeah. Oh, maybe he is. I don't know. Yeah, he's alive.
Nice move.
There you
He's moving on the stream.
go.
All right.
Did Beardsley find it? Did the princess improve, or
Yeah, so I would. I'm thinking she's sleeping. We know this.
She is sleeping.
Is there a guard at her door?
There is a house guard. Yeah.
So
Not like a knight, just a.
I would approach. Good sir, I must see the princess. I must check on her condition based on some things that we've discovered. It is urgent.
The doctor said she needs a rest.
The doctor may have said that, but I need you to let me see her. It is in your best interest. I smile. Wouldn't you
You
want
won't
to
be
be the
long.
one? Wouldn't you want to be the one that allowed me to help her recover immediately? Perhaps. I lean in. We found evidence that she could be bewitched. I don't want to say anything for fear that there are ears listening.
He puts his hand up.
I put my finger to his lips. Shh! Silence. Yes. Bewitched. There is a possibility that we can cure her. And if you help me, I will implicate you as one of the people who solved the problem. If you do not, I will ask why it was that a guest knight was able to cast spells in the house with someone like you around.
Nice. Yeah, he's gonna get out of your way.
I walk in, pat him
Yeah.
on the shoulder. Yeah.
So
quietly,
yeah, she's.
quietly pad in and kind of kneel down. What's the situation and what's her breathing like? Is she calm? And
So did you see her before or no?
yes, I think so.
I know Ulo and them did, but did you all you guys? end
I
up seeing
think we
her?
did. We were all in there. I was standing back, so I wouldn't. Yeah, I think I was watching from like
So
by the door.
it's difficult to tell because it is dark here. There is some moonlight coming through the windows, but there is not a light lit in the room. There is a small candle and also an oil lamp.
Yeah, so I would take the candle, right, and I would, but none of them are lit. There's not like a small candle.
No, there's nothing.
So is there
burning
one
at
out in the
moment.
hallway though? Obviously, so I would go and I'd take the
Yeah.
small candle, light in the hallway, bring it in, and light the oil lamp.
Okay. Yeah, so you light the oil lamp,
Yeah.
and then it begins to illuminate the room, and you can see her sleeping there.
How's her breathing? Is it erratic? Is she calm and chill?
Her breathing seems to be as normal as you can tell. Nothing that would show signs from her sickness or anything, and so forth. As you are standing there, you put your hand on the edge of the bed, kind of to lean forward to kind of listen to her breathing, and the bed is soaked.
Soaked in what?
You're not sure. It's not blood or anything like that.
Okay, good. That's good.
You're
Sweat,
guessing that
probably.
either sweat or like the bed is wet.
Incontinence. I kneel at her side, right?
It
And
smells really bad. No.
yeah, I kneel at her side, and I sort of put my hand on her forehead, almost like in a fatherly or kind of gesture. Princess, awake, awake.
Her eyes kind of flutter a little bit. You can tell she's in like some sort of REM sleep, but she's in that way.
I look under her bed for anything there, like any kind of indication that there's any sort of bullshit effigy or anything out of
Okay.
the ordinary, anything at all.
Got it. You do not see any evidence of anything like that.
Princess, I kind of shake her just a little. Does she I'm not gonna like smack her around or anything, but can I get her to wake up? Like,
Bitch, get up!
yeah. I'm Rick James. Yeah.
So as you shake her a little bit, she does rouse slightly, and her eyes do begin to open a bit, and she says, "Who are you? Why are you in my room?"
I am at your service. I am Sir Beardsley. I serve King Arthur. I have come to figure out, to discern what it is that's brought the sickness to your house.
Who's King Arthur?
You'll know soon enough. He's a glorious boy. That he pulled the sword from the stone. Enough about that. Let's focus on you. So I remember before she was, she was in and out of consciousness. She was delirious before.
Yes.
Does she seem?
She does seem to be more lucid.
How are you feeling? Tell me. What do you remember last? Do you remember talking to me and my brothers?
No, I don't think so. Well, perhaps one of your brothers.
Yes. Tell me about him. What was his name and what did he look like?
A dark-haired man, Sir Cassis, I believe he said his name was.
Is it really Cassis? No, I see. He was visiting, wasn't he, this Sir Cassis? What do you remember that he said to you? Do you remember?
Talked in a weird tone. I found myself paying more attention to the pattern of his voice than the words itself. That I've had nothing but dreams.
What sort of dreams? Tell me.
Dreams of I'm afraid that perhaps you would think I am crazy.
No. I take her hand and I pull it to my heart. Milady, don't speak of such things. There are powers in dreams, truth in dreams. Tell me, what did you see?
A bird. I found myself feasting on animals, and Sir Landry was there. He was injured. I somehow carried him to safety.
Do you remember hearing the name Sir Gerin shouted loudly in your dream, milady?
It does sound familiar.
And a short, oh so short, night, Sir Ulo. Do you remember? And a huge Dane. I'm thinking this is like this moment like in... Oh, man. Okay. I'm sorry. Keep going.
She says, I'm afraid I am tired. Can we speak more about this in the morning?
I would be honored. I just know that the watchful eye of King Arthur will always be upon you, my lady, and your house. I will take my leave, knowing that you are safe, and know that we will be watching over you to make sure that nothing, no more harm befalls you. I step away. Peaceful.
Thank you.
And I as I walk out, I'm sure the guard's there, and good sir, what is your name?
Garrett.
Well, Garrett, you did a good thing here. I believe she's recovering. I think we might at least be on to the root cause of this problem in your house. And you had a hand in it. I give him a warrior's hug. You'll be remembered for this.
Thank you, good sir. I'm glad I could be of service. Perhaps one day, if you need a squire, you shall remember my bravery in letting you forward.
Indeed I shall. Indeed I shall.
that poor kid.
Just walk away. I let it hang because this one's gonna get worn out.
Not know what he just signed himself.
Yeah, this one's gonna get worn out soon enough. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I would
you,
debrief with Sir Garen and the boys as to what goes on.
Okay. So you guys are there and you get your debriefing and so forth. And there is the Duke does make his way to the room where you guys are at. He's of course dressed, but not like fully put together like he would be if he was granting an audience. He says, "What manner of problem is this that it calls at such a late hour and cannot wait until the sun can show us the day?"
Did we call for him, or he just kind of came in and
He's wondering, and he's looking for a snack.
I'm pretty sure somebody said to try to get an audience with the Duchess.
Yeah, that was early.
Yeah, the Duke came, not her.
Who did that?
Yeah, this is all you. I'm not doing that.
I think it was Marcus. Marcus.
Yeah, I'm sure it had to have been Marcus.
Yes, absolutely.
I was off praying, and then
Fucking rubber ducky. Poor James. James has probably got he's probably got COVID or something and whatever. I think.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not too. But
that's why he sounds like that.
yeah, I think I would step up and, my lord, the Duchess implored us to look into the shadow that had fallen over your house. And though we do not have all of the answers, we have some. And I think by this point we would have gathered up the pieces of the effigy in like a cloth or something. So you're not going to just leave it in the floor where someone could take it and become possessed by it or whatever. And I would drop it at his feet. Your house guests are perhaps not well filtered, my lord. It seems that was it Cassis? Cassis?
Yeah,
Cassis.
Cassius.
So Cassis. Your recent visitor.
I'm glad I can pick names that's hard for you to say.
Yeah.
I feel like
So awesome.
that's like
That's how you're spending your Wednesday at work. You're just going to be
Somehow.
writing down all kinds of words that he can't pronounce.
yeah.
It seems that your house guest, Sir Cassis, brought a blight to your home. A blight that almost killed my brothers and I. But I do believe we've at least put an end to it for now. The princess, I spoke with her not long ago. She's more awake than she was before. She remembers horrific dreams of her bond to this creature that nearly consumed Sir Ulo there.
What of you others have to say on this matter?
He speaks the truth. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
And had I been half.
That's Clay. That's Clay. All right. Yeah. So he says, "Very well. If you have truly brought more well-being to my house, then perhaps we can further discuss this before Arthur."
Yes, my lord, please. But know this. The Picts are your enemies. And there's witchery among them. While this guest knight lives, there will not be safety for your family. For they will, the damage that we've incurred to their people, they will seek recompense for. Sir Garen, we should kill them. Should kill them all. We should burn the witch in the name of God. Show them the deplorable. He's just so disgusted as he thinks about, like, you know, this witchcraft nonsense. Knowing that he's offending both of you. Or all three. Pagans.
Everyone.
All the pagans. Right.
Everyone.
Pixar.
We are at the service of the Earl while we were here. I concur.
Ethan, you think that you could take this path, this quest that you choose without direction?
My lord, we serve at your pleasure, but also we seek to cleanse the lands that would one day swear an oath to our king, for this manner of treachery has no place there. So I give you my blade in exchange for your oath, not your consideration, your oath to my king.
You bring the head of this witch to this table, and I shall pledge my banner.
I will need one thing. And I lean in.
100 men.
A silver platter. And I smile.
He says,
I'd have gone for the men.
Yeah. That's what I
need.
need. You need the 100 men. You can command them.
Silver men.
100 silver men with platters.
Yeah.
Bjorn hungers.
100 platters to be melted down,
Silver.
made into swords
And dinner.
and dinner.
100 silver dinners with men on platters.
This is getting so hot.
All right. So you guys are now in a position. Should you bring the witch's head to this table, he will pledge his oath.
Yes.
Does he have to know it's like an actual witch? Do we got to prove it, or can we just like go?
It could just be some lady.
Prove if they're a witch.
Yeah, it could just be some lady.
It's magic.
Like that's the nun. Yeah, but I did it.
I think somebody's gonna take a tank on their traits.
We stacked 100 stones on this woman, and it is a witch.
It's definitely a witch. How do you know she's a witch?
She looks like one.
You look like one. Who are you? This one isn't the Wiz of Science.
Who's the other one?
That was awesome.
All right. Awesome. Yeah. So, where do you guys go from here?
I'm gonna go eat.
Bad.
Yeah, I think it's a recovery and get a plan together and
Okay.
figure out why Sir Marcus is in a catatonic state kind of moment.
He is
Probably
some
move
sort of
him around.
catatonic thing.
Yeah,
Move his
Yeah.
arms for him.
Bathe him, like maybe wash him,
yeah.
change his
I
bed
asked-
sheets.
I tell my squire to go get me some food, and I sit around the fire in my room, and I'm trying to see where on my axe the gem looks best.
Okay. Well, the blacksmith does make his way to you early the next day.
What day is that?
That day.
So,
So is
heal
the-
some wounds.
I need to know if I
Yeah.
heal.
It's Wednesday.
Uh.
That's what day it is. No, you do not heal.
Toad.
Okay. So even with first aid, it doesn't help you at all. So I would just be wrapping my bruises and.
So your first aid does. So you would make a first aid roll.
I rolled a 1 on a 10.
Okay. Well, that's successful. Let's see here. First aid 148, 149.
And I rolled a 5, so I'm going to hand him a little poultice thing as I go by him. You know, like a little like icy hot or something. I don't know how that works, but or some medieval cold and warm. I don't know how that goes.
So basically 1d3. So Garen, you're gonna get back 1, and Bjorn, you get back 3.
That's all you get until Sunday.
That's all you get till Sunday.
I didn't get hit, so that goes. So
why were you doing first aid?
I wanted to give Garen a little poultice just to help him out because I know what happened.
Oh,
but also I share that whole honor issue. So.
Yeah, you can only get first aid once though.
So how much do I get back? 1
so
or 3?
The poultice sounds good. I'm going to give Steve points for role play. So we'll make it 2. We'll make it 2 points. How's that? We'll give you an extra point. We'll give you an extra point for Steve's.
I used an old word. Anytime I say color, it has a U in it. Just that's my role play.
Despite my normally rosy smell, I smell of eucalyptus at breakfast the next
Is that Ben gay? Is that Ben gay?
Not back then. You just had partners. You just had good friends.
Nice.
You were double spirited. Yeah.
So could we do any, so is there like a library or something that would have like known knights or stuff like that? Could we look into the Sir Cassius or like who he works for or stuff like that? Some more info on that guy.
Yeah, you can find out some more info. You're gonna have to ask questions and stuff. They're not really gonna have an answer for you here. Perhaps a priest or something might be a good person to ask. So it seems like we actually are in a position that would probably be good to talk to James and see what's going on for the next big push for what you guys are going to do.
Agreed.
So perhaps maybe for this week, let's go ahead and think about things, and then we'll pick up next session in 2 weeks. And get the whole band together and so forth. I think you guys have a good amount of information. I will send you out some more info in regards to what you could find out in the town at the church. I'll have that ready for you for next session because I don't have that prep for today.
And just for those of us who have shit memories and possibly bad habits, how do I go ahead and make another character to back up my reckless giant asshole?
Same way you did the first one.
Same way you did the first one. So in the Google Drive, that you should have access to is the core rulebook, and so you can.
I need to do
and
that
then just send me out a message if you need some help or whatever.
Right, cool.
I am free a lot more now, so you can send me a thing and we can do it on Zoom like we did the other one if you want to, or I can just kind of guide you through it or whatever. Just reach out to me. I don't know if you have any extra time this weekend or anything like that.
Is there any update on the updated Pendragon stuff? Have they?
So they released the sword tournament, basically, which is the new starter, the starter quick start guide. It's funny enough, it is actually the same starter thing that I used for you guys when Arthur drew this sword from the stone. Because they're gonna start it right around there is where they're gonna pick up the campaign. So it's not really about Arthur Pendragon, it's about Arthur.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that he had talked about when we did the initial episode with David Larkins, is that they were fast forwarding that basically to the timer. That's one of the reasons that I pushed it forward to around that time for the campaign itself. So you guys will really be neck and neck with any information that comes out. I think they're still looking at towards the end of the year. for like core rulebook or whatever. They just got back from Necronomicon, so at Providence, Rhode Island Cthulhu convention, and I think they're going to be moving forward on some more stuff here in the next month because they had their projects that they were doing over the summer. The RuneQuest book and the Cults of Cthulhu and some other books just came out. So just a quick shout out too is that tickets for Chaosium Con are now available.
Yay!
And they're doing a GM badge.
Oh yeah.
So if you run at least 12 hours, your badge is free.
Hell yeah, nice. That's a lot of
So
hours though.
I will know.
It's only 3 games.
Yeah.
It's only 3 games,
That's
so
true.
it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are the days of the thing. They added Thursday as an actual day of gaming, and so
Yeah.
there'd be opportunities. It's 1 game a day, or 1 game 3 of the days. It's not
You
even all
could
of
see
those
some
days.
of us.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah,
I'm
so-
gonna jump in here, Byron, real quick, and just
Yeah.
bring us to a close. So check out Chaosium Con because most of us will be there. A bunch of us will be there. Well, I won't say us, the big us, because it's a lot of people. But certainly this group, there'll be a selection of us there. Some of our other players. Thanks for joining us, Ogre, as always. And Thorg, thanks for participating in the chat. We're going to hang up on you now. And I'm going to go and role play the search party to figure out where the fuck James is. So have a good night. We'll see you later.